me and Brainfree will be talking about these Pokemon. We'll basically be deciding where they belong in the ranking, and then we'll put them in a mutually agreed on location.
Yep, I'm just going to go straight over to your channel so I can, actually pop out the chat.
I think right now everyone's just saying hi. So, hello everyone. This is what I look like. Yeah.
Okay, I got it all out. Yay!
Just a quick question. Do you see my screen moving? Because I don't know.
Yeah, let me just go over to yours. I
All right. So
paused.
how this will?
Yeah, I'm just gonna test. Yeah, I see everything.
All right, cool. All right, then, without a further ado, it is time to get
Hello,
started.
bye. I'm coming back after charging phone because it's at 15%. Alright, Shadow Sands. uh, hello, Sharuya Kana. Apologize if I said your name wrong. Goodbye, Shadow Sands. And Sharuya, can you please not spam the same one word, hello? We've acknowledged your presence. You don't just need to spam hi.
I'm just going to quickly put that on Be Right Back as I get myself some water because, dear Lord, we have a lot of Pokemon to do. So,
I mean, it's Gen 1 through Gen 8. Of course, there's going to be a lot of Pokemon.
we're not going to be doing anything like major on Gen 9 because most of it's kind of been kept secret from the public as of right now. The only things we know about is the Pokemon that have obviously been revealed.
I
Which
fell in love with Fido at first sight because I love dogs and I love cats.
we'll give a little quick opinion on the Pokemon. Klawf, I think his name is probably like easy A tier for me.
I haven't seen many of the Pokemon because I've been trying to get to Gen 9 when it comes out with a almost complete blind eyesight. So all I know about from the trailer is Satitan and Fido. And the Pokemon that is completely a monkey that it does painting with his tail. That's all I know. I don't even remember its name.
I thought it was a lemur. I'm an idiot.
It's based off a monkey that is very terrifying, to put it lightly, but is in very real Pokemon.
All right. Well, shall we get started?
Yeah. First up is Bulbasaur, and I say we put it in B, along with all the Kanto starters, because it's a solid place. They're all solid Pokemon, but they're all first gen.
I'd say I'd agree with that. I think Ivysaur, though, I'd put down to C tier because I think Ivysaur kind of loses that cute aspect, and I wouldn't say he's necessarily as cool as Venusaur.
I agree on that.
Venusaur, I'd say, is A tier.
Oh, definitely. All three forms, right?
I don't know. I like the Gigantamax more than I like the original or the Mega.
The Mega's cool, but I love the G-Max, yeah.
So we'll put it as G-Max, regular, Mega.
G-Max, then regular, then Mega. Gotcha.
Alrighty. Charmander. Absolutely adorable. Belongs in B tier with its boy.
Absolutely. I have no issues when it comes to Charmeleon, apart from the fact that it looks like it's an angsty teen.
Which kind of is what the middle stages are going for, so I can understand why it looks like that. So I'd probably put it in C tier with Ivysaur.
I agree on that.
Now, here's where I get very drastically different opinions. For me, Charizard X is actually a D tier Pokemon.
Charizard X, you mean the flaming blue one? I forget. I apologize.
Yeah, Charizard X is the blue one. My reasoning for this is that every other Mega up to this point has basically kept their original design and kept it to where it looks the same Pokemon, just a little bit different in either the fact that it just has like an extra limb or it has more exemplified limbs, which is what Charizard Y does. But then they gave it Charizard X as well. For me, it's a D tier, but
for me, it's a C tier, but I'll settle for D tier. I say C tier simply because, ooh, blue fire. I love the color of blue fire.
Yeah. Also, I'm adding an F tier row because there is a Pokemon in here that has to go there.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let me create a new one. I don't know how to do that. Ah.
I wouldn't say Charizard X is a terrible design completely. I just don't like it compared to the other Charizard forms. and especially because I don't think it needed to exist. Like, if they just made Charizard Y the Dragon type form, I'd be okay with that. It's more of just a personal preference thing in this case, which a lot of these are just going to be based off of opinions that we have, so don't take them too harshly.
Personally, I say both Charizard Y, its Gmax, and the original Charizard are all B tier. Like, I get that it's widely loved, but tone it the fuck down with the merchandise, Pokemon.
I would say I'd agree with Charizard Y and Charizard being there, but I think Gigantamax Charizard should go down to C tier.
I can settle for that.
Yeah, I'd say he's like above Ivysaur and Charmeleon, but he is not on the same level as regular Charizard and Charizard Y.
As King would say, it's his boy. Or, look
Well,
how they massacred my boy.
King's going to be pissed that we put Charizard X as low as we did.
Well, King, you're
All right.
gonna have to deal with it.
So I put it as Bulbasaur, Charmander, Charizard Y, and then regular Charizard. That would be the order I would put it in.
That's what I put it into. However, I say Squirtle's line. I'm slightly biased because Squirtle got me through Fire Red on my first playthrough, but I'm going to say Squirtle's line. Squirtle itself is B, Wartortle is B, but the fucking... God, I love Blastoise. I'd say Blastoise is A, and Blastoise Mega is A. But I feel like
I
he
would
got
say
shafted.
Squirtle is definitely the best of the three starters, in my opinion. It was my second starter ever. I have a little bit of a bias to turtles. Um, Wartortle, I would say I'd actually put in B tier with it, but like all of the Blastoises, I would say go in like A to S tier.
Absolutely.
I would say regular Blastoise, I'd put in S tier, and then its forms, I would put in A tier, honestly.
I say we put Squirtle above Bulbasaur and B, and put Wartortle just behind Bulbasaur and B. Because
Yeah, I
it
can go.
loses some of that cute aspect that really made me fall in love with Squirtle.
Yeah, but I would say Gigantamax Blastoise should go like just behind Gigantamax Venusaur, and then Mega Blastoise, sorry, should be like at the end of A tier. I
Yeah,
don't like it as much as I like the Gigantamax, in all honesty.
I say that regular Blastoise is behind normal Venusaur, but above Mega Venusaur.
I would honestly say Blastoise should be the first S tier Pokemon, but that's just me.
You
Like
know, I
regular
agree
Blastoise.
on that actually, but I am again slightly biased.
So I would say the order for A tier would be Gmax Venusaur, Gmax Blastoise, regular Venusaur, Mega Venusaur, Mega Blastoise. That would
I'm
be my order.
I'm down with that. I just feel like Mega Blastoise got shafted when he did not deserve to.
He needed to get the Steel typing. That was what he should have gotten. He never got it though. And like, I get it for like Gen 1 why they didn't give the Steel type to him, because that would have given him an unfair advantage against frickin' Venusaur, and Steel type didn't exist at the time. What am I talking about? But like, when it got a Mega, it should have had the typing. And it's not like Steel typing hasn't been used by starters. In fact, Empoleon has the Water Steel typing. So I don't see why they couldn't have done it at that point.
Yeah. Uh,
Caterpie, I would put as a D tier. I am not a fan of the Caterpie line at all.
I'd say Caterpie is D tier. Not
Metapod should go to
Metapod.
C tier just because of the memes.
I was just about to say C to low B just because of the memes and the stalling game for early game.
So I'd say like the top of C tier.
Top of C tier sounds good to me.
Regular Butterfree, I would say I'm not that fond of. Like, I'd put it at low C to high D.
See, this is where I start to have an issue because I watched Pokemon Indigo. I have gained a fondness for this Pokemon that I did not
Yeah,
know I could.
I just don't know. Like, regular Butterfree does nothing for me. Like, it is boring as sin. I would settle to put it like mid C tier, maybe like just barely in B tier.
So low,
I,
like extremely low bottom of the list B. I can settle for that.
all right, and Gigantamax Butterfree, I would say is like not. I'd say it's like above the Charmander line, but not past Wartortle.
I agree on that. I didn't even know it had a Gmax form. I'm just gonna be honest.
The Gmax form is not that great battling wise, but it is a really cool design because I love the sort of wing glow that it does.
Here's where my bias really shows. I
The
fucking
Weedle.
love the bee Pokemon. I love
Me too.
Weedle, Kakuna. I love
I'd say
Beedrill and its Mega.
I'd say Weedle goes in like high B tier.
High D, so above the X Charizard. I agree with that. Kakuna, I'd say, goes just behind G-Max Charizard.
Sure.
Beedrill has carried me through many runs. I don't get why people shit on it. I'd put it in mid B tier.
Okay, so I would say Weedle should go like after Butterfree Gmax, and then regular Beedrill should be like at the very front of B tier.
Wait, Weedle? You mean the thing we put in top of D?
Oh, I said top of B.
Oh.
I did not got any problems with Weedle.
Yeah,
Caterpie's
Weedle's
boring.
cool. Kakuna,
I
we're still keeping in, like, middle of C, though, right?
Yeah, it's like directly middle C tier. And I'm
Uh,
sorry.
oh,
So
go
yeah,
on.
I'd say Weedle goes above Charmander, behind Gmax Butterfree, and then Beedrill I put at the top of B tier.
Mega Beedrill. God, I love Mega Beedrill.
S tier. He has got to be S tier.
Absolutely. He's behind Blastoise, but he is not an A tier.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. I love Mega Beedrill. It is probably my favorite Mega design. Actually, it's probably tied with like Mega Camerupt in that regard.
I just love Beedrill in general.
Yeah, that's fair. The Pidgey line. So I'd say like Pidgey itself goes in F tier.
I
I
agree
get
on
that
that.
it's just not that interesting. And honestly, I wouldn't be remiss to put most of the Pidgey line in there in F tier except for Mega Pidgeot.
Pidgeotto and yeah, Pidgeotto, I think that's the one. That
Yeah.
is I've grown a fondness for. Again, Pokemon Indigo. I watched the anime, like all of Pokemon Indigo that was on Netflix, so I gained a certain fondness for some characters. This is one of the only few that I gained a fondness for.
So we'll say Pidgeotto is like top of D tier or low C.
I say top of D, because Pidgeotto is a very good Pokemon.
Regular Pidgeot, I'm not really that fond of it in any particular way. We could put it like high C tier if you want.
Yeah, high C. Above Gmax Charmander or Charizard, yeah.
Mega Pidgeot, I would say, is like a little bit higher than regular Butterfree, but I would say it's not above Charizard.
Yeah. It sucks too, because I really do have a fondness for that Pokemon. I don't know how
I
they managed to instill it onto me.
I only liked it because it gave me 100% accurate Hurricanes, which I loved using against people in competitive back in like X and Y time frame. No, it wouldn't have been X and
Gee,
Y.
I
Would it?
wonder why.
For reference, Brain Free has fought me a lot in Pokemon Showdown. He does not like me at times.
Like yesterday when
Right?
I got stuck with Bug and Ice.
That was unfortunate. Regular Rattata, I would put it like bottom of D tier.
Yeah, I can go with that. I'm just now remembering how I won with Ice and I won with Bug, but I didn't win with Dark. You know, something that's actually a good typing.
That was interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Alolan Rattata, though, I would actually put like the very end of B tier.
I agree on that, yeah. Alolan Rattata, again, I am extremely biased when it comes to Alola. It was my first Pokemon game, and I will not be afraid to admit I fell in love with it.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. When regional forms were introduced, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought it was just gonna be the same issue I had with Mega Evolutions, where it made certain Pokemon very busted, and then others kind of just got shafted. Mega Garchomp, especially. But like when regional forms actually came out, I fell in love with the fact that it just gave a breath of fresh life to some Pokemon. We'll talk about some that we're not as keen on very much later, actually pretty soon.
Extremely
Um,
soon, even.
but the Dark type regional forms, the only one I do not like is the Persian. And honestly, I think there's not a single bad Dark type regional form besides the Persian line.
The only Persian I do not like is the Berserker evolution. I, I don't know what it is about it, but I hate it with a passion.
Well, that's going to be an argument for later down the line.
So are we in
Regular.
agreement that Dark Raticate would be like mid B?
Yeah, I'd say I'd put him like above regular Charizard, but not above Mega Charizard Y.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Regular Raticate, though, F tier immediately for me. I don't like its design that much. I think the reason I like the Dark type one more is because they actually gave it some sort of cute aspects with with the cheek pouches mixed in with its little mischievous nature and how it's like, I'm gonna get you. But like the Raticate regular form, it looks dumb to me.
I say at the end of these solely to fuck with, Blue, because his Raticate canonically dies.
True. Spearow, I love way more than Pidgey. I love it
Absolutely.
so. I'd probably put it like just above the Alolan Rattata.
I'd say just behind the Alolan Batata.
Okay, I can agree with that. Fearow, though, I believe has to be an A tier for me. It has won me so many different games of it helped me beat Heart Gold and it helped me get through the Whitney fight, which was an immense amount of help that I needed.
I wonder why. Mr. Setup 10,000.
Just because you suck at the game doesn't mean I have to.
You son of a bitch!
um, I would say Fearow goes like to the very end of A tier.
I can agree on that. I gotta shut my door now because I'm realizing I'm gonna be shouting if you start pulling this bullshit again.
um, what else? I have very mixed views on Ekans. Like, I have. I've
Look,
got
I
like
didn't
very.
accept this so I could get roasted to hell and back.
Um, I have very mixed views on Ekans. I hate the actual Pokemon itself, but like I love the one from the anime that Jesse used. So I would probably put it like somewhere in C tier.
I'd say for me, Ekans is behind Kakuna, but just before Ivysaur.
That's fair. Arbok, however, is pretty sick. I'd
Oh,
probably put him
Arbok's a
like
fucking solid Pokemon. I'd say definitely above Weedle, but behind Wartortle.
what? So okay, yeah, that works. Um, regular Pikachu. I mean, at some point you got to kind of just confess that yeah, everyone likes Pikachu in some way. They like him because he's the mascot of the franchise they love. They can't really put him any lower than B tier.
Look, I'm going to be brutally honest, and I do not care for the hate mail this is going to give me. I do not like Pikachu. The only time they got me to like Pikachu was in Detective Pikachu when it was actually a human as a Pikachu. I'm I'm not willing to put it in B, but I'm willing to put it in extremely high C, like above Metapod.
That's fair. Gigantamax Pikachu though, I'm putting in B tier no matter what. That thing is sick.
Yeah, that I can agree on. I do not
Um,
like Pikachu, but its Gigantamax design-wise, god tier.
I'd probably just put it at the very end of B tier, like just after Spearow.
Uh oh, did we agree to put Spearow in B tier? Cause I put it in A tier.
Oh, I put Fearow in A tier.
Oh wait, no, I'm a dumbass. I mixed up Spearow and Fearow.
Yeah, so I love the Chonkachu. It's one of my favorite G Maxes. It's so fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, but
I'd say I put it just after Charizard.
just after Charizard, I can get on board with that.
Now, Raichu, both the lowland and normal, I say they are in a solid place in low B.
Okay, I would put regular Raichu in low B, but I am very adamant that I want Alolan Raichu either top of B tier or like low A tier.
I can
Alolan
agree on
Raichu,
low A tier for Alolan.
yeah, I would say that would be my choice in this respect. Alolan Raichu is probably one of the best designed regional variants that we have,
I
especially
just
considering I think he's the only psychic type. No, wait, there's Alolan or Galarian Rapidash, isn't there?
Yes, before Galar, there is he is the only psychic electric type.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna grab my portable charger real quick because my camera's being a dick. Okay.
And we agreed that normal Raichu would
Normal.
be going in low B, right?
Yeah, like I think it'd just be after Spearow, like just barely not in C tier.
Just after Spearow, yet.
I would say let's talk about the regular Sandshrew and Sandslash first, so I can voice my opinions after.
I already know Sandslash is your boy, so he's got to go in S tier.
Yeah, Sandshrew I will happily put at low A tier, but Sandslash must go in S tier for me. I'm sorry.
I'll say Sandshrew goes bottom of A tier.
All right, now I know that you're gonna put Sand the Alolan forms in F tier, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different.
Are you going to put a
Um,
tier down with something like deserves to burn in hell?
exactly.
Oh, god damn it. I'm not going to be that cruel to it because I get that Pokemon was trying to do something new with a Pokemon that is already super fantastic, and I am extremely biased to Alola, but at the same time, fucking hell.
So let me just emphasize why it has somehow gotten even worse from my hatred of this Pokemon. I love Sandslash. I love Sandshrew. They are my favorite Pokemon of all time. Um, but
Emphasized by
then
the fact
they
that you used them as your fucking Discord profile for a while.
true. But I loved them, and then I heard that there was going to be a regional form. I was assuming they were going to be a rock fire type or something cool looking. Then they made it literally cooler look or cool in the form of cold looking.
Leave the
Um,
puns to me.
yeah, I will. But they butchered the way that they've designed it because it no longer looks like spikes in its back. It looks like a bunch of icebergs have been attached to a rodent, the back of a severed rodent's face. It looks horrible. I don't like the claws. They don't have any of the Sandslash personality that I like. I'd say Sandshrew I would forgive more if it wasn't for the fact that it evolves into the other bitch, but I hate this Pokemon with a burning passion. It has been further emphasized by the fact that Showdown seems to have some sort of hatred to me, to where it will give me this in every goddamn fight.
And every time you get it, you call a truce and allow everyone to fucking team on you.
Oh yeah, anytime that this Pokemon shows up in Showdown, I literally send it out and I say, everyone, you have one free target. Kill me right the now, because I refuse to use this Pokemon.
Oh, I remember the first time I saw that, I was confused and had to listen to you explain. I was like, it's just a fucking Pokemon! Calm
Yeah,
down! And then I
no,
sent it out once to try and use it, and suddenly I'm getting my ass targeted.
yeah. You send this Pokemon out on the field, you are guaranteed to be my next enemy. I
I
will
didn't
not
even
forget.
realize how much you hated it at first. I was just like, you know what? I can make this work like a good Pokemon. I can make this into a good Pokemon to use. And next thing I know, my ass is the biggest target on the field.
Yeah, not exact. Like I'm not a big fan of this Pokemon at all. In fact, it's my least favorite Pokemon of all time for a very big reason. But so that we don't have this stream be about 7 hours of me bitching about this Pokemon, um, Nidoran female.
I don't have any issues with the Nidoran line.
Like I would say that the first two stages of both Nidoran lines are just like C tier Pokemon for me. I could not care less about them.
I can
I don't.
agree on that, but I'd say that they both go into high D and not quite C.
I'd say let's put them like at the very top of D tier. Like I'd say the first two stages of both lines don't really do much for me.
I can agree on that.
Now, the final stages for both, I have two very weird opinions on because I don't really like Nidoking as much as the rest of the community does. I think Nidoking is cool, but I wouldn't say that he's like any of my top 50, top 100 favorite Pokemon. He's cool design. Do I have any attachment to him? Not really.
I can agree on that. My biggest issue with it, I guess you could call it an issue, is that Nido Queen is just so much better. Like, I get people use Nido King because it's tanky as shit, but Nido
I'd
Queen
say
is
Nidoking
so
is like
good.
bottom of B tier. He's not a bad Pokemon by any stretch of the imagination. He's just not my favorite of the two.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Low B tier.
I'd say let's put him like just before the Alolan Rattata.
Alolan Rattata is the bottom of the list, so I don't see how it could get worse.
I put Spearow and Raichu after that.
Oh, I put Spearow after Alolan. Oh, Alolan Rattata, not Alolan or not Alolan. Fucking, the one with the puffy cheeks. I forgot the name already.
Eradicate.
Raticate, yeah.
I had him between the two Charizard forms.
I have Alolan Raticate after Charizard Y, then Spearow, then Raichu, then Charizard, then G-Max Pikachu, then Mega Pidgeot,
Well, at
then
least it's in the same
Butterfree.
tier.
Yeah.
I don't think order is as big of a deal anymore because we clearly got two different orders going on that we didn't realize.
We did not realize now.
Nidoqueen, though, I would say probably ends up at like low A tier.
I can agree on that. I
I
put
think it's
it
a solid
behind
design.
Sandshrew.
Yeah, I would say the only thing that I don't like about Nidoqueen is it's shiny. I love Nidoking shiny. They should have made Nidoqueen like a dark purplish color, and that would have been so cool. But instead, they went for this weird, like, almost sick, puke green, and that just was not a good choice.
I don't like the green shinies. And hello, Snivy.
Alrighty. So next up we got Clefairy. Now, Clefairy, I'm
I
not
have
that.
some strong opinions about Clefairy. I
No,
hope
you
you
have
don't
strong
mind cursing.
people. So I'd say Clefairy is not the issue here. Clefairy can go like bottom of D tier.
I'm putting
Now,
Clefairy and Clefable straight into F tier. I fucking hate them both.
okay, I'm just gonna make a note that says I personally love Clefable. It is like A tier for me, but I'm going to put it in F tier just because of what I've done to you with it.
Yeah, that's not even the reason I hate it. It's a factor, but I have
So
I have some anger on that bitch.
I have used two different Clefable sets, one of which annihilated Snivy in a Pokemon battle a while back. Then
Snivy S
there,
tier, I was planning on it.
and then I've used this same Clefable set of Minimize, Cosmic Power, Stored Power, and Moonlight to single-handedly wipe out everyone in our server's team.
And you fucking wonder why I hate it.
I don't wonder. I know why you hate it. I'm saying that's why.
It is such a shitty Pokemon, but why does the shittiest of Pokemon get the God tier move set when it comes to competitive? No, I will not let that shit fly. You go straight into F tier. No, no, I'm creating your own tier. That's how angry this makes me.
I love this.
This tier is labeled "Fuck Clefairy line."
I'm gonna put Clefairy where I would put it on this tier list, or just because you clearly have varying opinions. I have been a bit scummy to you, so I know why it has gone in a different location. But
Snivy, yes, I agree with that. Clefable and Arcanine F tier.
I didn't even use Arcanine against you the way it was supposed to.
No, but I've had it used against me the way it was supposed to be. And ooh!
All right. Vulpix. I would say regular Vulpix. I love it. It's like probably high B tier for me. Maybe just at the very top of B tier.
For me, Alolan Vulpix is above, is like third place in B tier. Uh,
I would say that let's put both forms of Vulpix right at the top of B tier because I love both of them.
oh,
I think I think the Alolan form kind of takes the edge for me just because I love its little poof a bit more than I love the comb back that you got on regular Vulpix.
yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. Alolan Vulpix is A tier.
You
Or
want to put
even
both
S tier.
Alolan Vulpix A tier, regular Vulpix B tier?
I can go for that, yeah.
I would say Alolan Ninetales goes in S tier for me.
Oh, that finally. A man of culture!
And I would say, actually, no, I'm going to put both forms of Ninetales up in S tier. I've got no problems with either of these designs. I think
Both
I'm
the
going to put.
designs are fantastic. They're very viable Pokemon. They're very viable move sets. The spread is fantastic considering this is Gen 1 and it's a regional variant.
And I think Ninetales, both of its forms, I love how the design is very simple while also having a lot behind it. Because, like, you've got the nine tailed fox thing, all the mystic mages that make it up, its different tails. I love all the psychic elements about it. If I had a complaint I had about Ninetales, like the regular form, it should have been psychic type.
Ooh, I'm
Like,
trying not to laugh. Snivy just commented on fucking Ninetales Kurama.
yeah, that's fair. Jigglypuff. Oh, Kiwi's gonna hate me, but I'm putting Jigglypuff in like the bottom of D tier.
Kiwi, I do not give a shit right now. You are not here. It's going straight into F tier.
You know, I'm willing to do that. See, I'm gonna put the entire Wigglytuff line here because I have
I
two
agree
things.
on that. I hate Sing. Not only is it a shitty move, but when you hit it, it pisses you off.
My problem with Jigglypuff specifically comes from Smash Bros. Fuck that Pokemon and its final smash. That is the biggest amount of bullshit I've ever seen.
This is why I have not started playing Smash Bros. In a long time. You want a good Smash Bros-esque game? Rivals of Aether. Mod compatibility through the fucking roof. You've got a work in progress 100% lore accurate Doomslayer, for fuck's sake.
Alright. Zubat. Honestly, I think Zubat gets a lot of hate it really doesn't deserve. I'd say it's like bottom of C tier.
I'm willing to say mid C tier, behind Kakuna, but above Arbok
You mean
or
Ekans?
Ekans, yeah.
I'd say Golbat goes directly next to it because like I've got very similar opinions about both of them.
Okay. Crobat, however, I'm going to put in A tier.
I would even say go as far as S tier. It's one of the best Johto Pokemon, which whenever we get to
Absolutely.
Johto, you'll come to learn I have very weird opinions about. Oddish, I think it's a cute little tadpole. I would say it's not really B tier. I would say it's like high C to mid C. It's nothing really overtly special about it.
Snivy commented on fucking. Snivy commented when it came to fucking Jigglypuff, Kirby.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So I'd say Oddish goes like just after Metapod. And I'd say Gloom should probably go next to it.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
Vileplume, I'd say, is a little bit more interesting. I'd put it in like low B tier.
I'm putting Vileplume above Charizard, but behind Spearow. Hey, Brent TS, can you make another stream tomorrow, please? And yes, I probably will. I'm thinking that tomorrow I'm going to do a stream of two different things. Me getting my ass wiped when it comes to Doom Eternal Online, and then showing what goes on behind the scenes for texting story creations. Because a lot of people just say, oh, can you post the next part tomorrow? And don't take into account, this 10-minute video took the creator a couple hours to think of writing and then write down, and then realize, oh shit, he's made so many mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do any streams tomorrow until very late, and even then, I'm not sure if I'll do it. But luckily, I have Wednesday and Thursday off from work, so that's nice. Paris and Parasect are the only other Pokemon I can remember off the top of my head that I'm going to put on the same level of hatred as Sandshrew and Sandslash's Alolan forms. My reason for this: Legends Arceus.
Okay,
Fuck these Pokemon.
when it comes to Legends Arceus, I can agree on that, but for every other game, they are easily C tier.
I would not even agree there because like they are just disgusting Pokemon to look at, awful Pokemon to try and use. One of the worst typings in the game, Bug Grass. They're annoying as fuck in Legends Arceus, and honestly, I just don't understand why they were added. Like,
I'm gonna hold
if
you
you're
there for a second, AJ. Snivy, no, you cannot scream down my ear while I play Doom tomorrow. You can continue now, AJ. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say I'm putting Paris and Parasect as the only other Pokemon right now that I can remember that are joining Sandshrew and Sandslash in the Burn in Hell tier.
Got it. Woody Deku FNF, he's Woody himself and had the same backstory. I'm I'm putting Paris above Wigglytuff because I hate Wigglytuff more than I hate Paris, but I'm putting its evolution behind it. And for the Witty Deku FNF, I'm probably not gonna do that. There's some FNF stuff that I just will not touch. Sync Deku and Starved Deku were merely like, huh, I really like these two characters. Not the team behind them, but I like these characters. Uh, and then there's Subaru, which I've never even watched ReZero, so I'm probably not even going to be able to do that.
Oh, I won't. I will. I can't even bring myself to watch that one. There's so many animes that I see that I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it, and then there's some that just, no, I'm not touching that with a 9.5 foot pole.
I don't want to touch ReZero with a 10-foot pole if I had even if I had one. And currently I'm trying to get back into Cowboy Bebop.
Interesting. Venonat. I don't have any opinions on Venonat or Venomoth, like, at all. I don't
Venonat
see them.
I do not like very much. I'm not saying it's F tier. I'm saying it's very like bottom of the list D tier. Venomoth is a fantastic early game Pokemon.
I'd say Venonat, let's put him, like, in between the regular and Rattata and Raticate. And
Yeah, I
then
can go with that.
Venomoth, I'd say is C tier. I don't really have any strong opinions for it.
I'm putting Venomoth above the bottom of the list, which is ironically, fucking Charmeleon. But Venomoth is a fantastic starter Pokemon when it comes to early game. When it gets to late game, it's not fantastic.
I just don't really have any strong opinions on them at all because, like, Venonat's just a evil Furby creature,
Father, I crave cheddar. If you don't
and
know.
then Venomoth is just a moth. I really, those ones are kind of the most cut, dry, and bland Pokemon that I think really should get some sort of regional form or Mega or Gigantamax or something to really kick them into higher gear to make you see that there's something interesting about them.
I can agree on that. And Shadow Sands, I'm probably not going to do that as a Deku AU either, because I know who that is, and I know that entire thing is just based off of someone's attempt at making a Mickey Mouse thing that they could sell for cheap, and it did not look good. For context, AJ, he's suggesting I do Father, I crave cheddar, which is just like this porcelain thing someone made of Mickey Mouse trying to reach for a cheddar cheese thing, and it's just long lips and a long jaw with the words "Father, I crave cheddar," but on the base.
Yeah. Okay. The Diglett line, the regular Diglett line, I have no issues with. Like, I don't like them. I don't dislike them. They're like C tier, I guess.
I'm putting the Diglett line in middle C tier solely for the memes. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen the meme of like what I tell people I don't know online versus what I tell my family. But yeah, the one where they just have one Diglett and a massive body in the earth.
I'm just gonna put all four of the Digletts like between Gloom and between Pidgeot.
Between Gloom and Pidgeot. Yeah, I can go for that.
I don't really have any strong feelings towards them. I think Alolan Dugtrio is probably my least favorite of the bunch, so it's like at the end of that quadret. I just don't really have any strong opinions on these ones. They're not really that interesting.
Yeah, BF Deku FNF. Now I probably will do BF Deku Shadow Sands because if you think about it, forcing someone into a rap battle of being your quirk can be broken if you're good at rap battling. Because if you win that, you could probably decide the punishment, and they have no say in it.
Alolan Meowth, I have got nothing to say about this thing. It is just, ugh. Police sirens. Interesting.
Legendary Super Diglett. Look, if Legendary Super Diglett was on this list, I would fight to have it in S tier. Okay, Snivy? Solely for the memes.
Yeah. I'd say,
Berserker. Ooh, do I have some
say
strong words.
where are we putting Alolan Meowth?
Bottom of
I
C tier.
Okay. I'd put Galarian Meowth in the same place.
I'm putting it in F tier. I hate that regional variant line with a passion.
I'm gonna say, can we put it at low D tier? Just on the sole fact that I love the inspiration.
GF will be the same. I could see that. Gmax Meowth. I'd say it's not
Why
D
does this
tier, but it's not
exist?
C tier.
Like, I'm just gonna say this. Gmax Meowth looks weird. Its move is not that helpful. And then on top of that fact, it's kind of redundant to use that normal typing. Because, like, Snorlax does everything Meowth does, but better.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it doesn't really benefit much from the money that you get outside of the in-game battles. So there's really no point to using it in competitive. It is really just for a little bit of extra cash. And even that extra cash is not really that much. Kind of redundant. Why does it exist?
Okay, I'm willing to make a deal with you. I'll put it in above Alolan Sandslash, and it's Alolan Pre-Evolution in F tier, but below Pidgey, which is at the top of the list.
I'm just gonna yeah, let's put it. I'd say let's just put it at the top of F tier because like there's nothing really to say about this thing. It's
Yep,
just kind of unnecessary. Regular Meowth though I have no problem with. I'd say he's like
easy
I'd
C.
say put him next to Pikachu.
Oh, next to Pikachu. Yeah, I can see that.
Alolan Persian is another Pokemon that is just going straight up bottom of F tier. It is hideous to look at. Why did they make this weird sort of lynx cat swallow a watermelon whole? Didn't even dice it up. It just said, fuck it.
Now, Persian itself, I love the actual Persian so much. I'd say straight into S tier if I could, but I don't think you'd agree on that.
I'd say it's like high A. I wouldn't say it's S tier, but if you want to put it there, I'd say like low S tier, high A tier.
Uh, above Gmax Venusaur, I'll settle for it.
All right, that's fair. The only thing that doesn't really draw me to Persian is that it is just a normal type at the end of the day. It's not really got much else. It's just a cat. I mean, I love cats, but this one is kind of just like a cat lion thing, and that's about it.
What I fell in love with it for is it's a lioness, which is female lion. It is the main Pokemon of Giovanni in the anime, who is the big bad of Red Rocket, and I fell in love with it. And
That's
I
uh,
love
I have very mixed views on Psyduck. Hate using him in game, love him in the anime.
in the anime. He's like that one character you fell in love with, but should not have because he's just there as comic relief.
There's a lot of Pokemon that I just don't like that the anime made me love.
I can settle for low C, high D.
I'd say he goes like above Ivysaur and Ekans.
Uh, yeah, just behind Crobat and Golbat.
Yeah. Golduck, though, I'd say is pretty sick. I'd probably put him like just before Vileplume.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Just behind
Mankey,
Raichu. Ooh,
I got nothing.
Mankey can be a good Pokemon if you can get it into the right position, but that really does require a lot of grinding and training, and even though you're supposed to be a Pokemon trainer, at the end of the day, it's a game.
I honestly don't care about Mankey at all, so wherever you want to put him, I'm putting him there.
I'm thinking I'll put Mankey, mid B tier.
After what would you say?
After Charizard, but before Gmax Pikachu.
All right. I'd say put Primate like next to Mankey because like for me
Rhythm
they're the same.
component. By doing anything rhythm related, you can convert it into energy, strength, or speed, and it's certainly function. I think I can change that and tweak that up a bit, but I'll use that as the base if you're fine with that, Shadow Sands. Right, Mankey, it's evolution. I love Mankey. Or, wait, is it Mankey or Primeape? I forget.
Primate
Primeape.
is the evolution.
I love Primeape so much. I don't think it's S tier or A tier, but definitely high B tier. I'm
High B
willing to
tier.
settle to put it below the first two, but above Squirtle. I'm willing to settle for that.
I can I can put it above Bulbasaur. Squirtle I find a bit more interesting than that.
I'm willing to settle for that.
All right. Growlithe and Arcanine are easy A tiers for me.
Look, I'm willing to put Growlithe in an A tier, but Arcanine, like when I was talking with Snivy in here, I am going to put it in F tier.
What? Why?
Look, I get it. Good boy. Very good boy. Fire dog. Very cute. At the same time, when it's used against you, rage is all I feel.
Well, I'm gonna put this guy wherever I want him because this is another case of just the rage. Kind of, I'd say both of them are like bottom of A tier for me.
You can put them wherever you want. I'm putting it straight into F tier.
I mean, I created an entirely separate tier just to shit on two of my least favorite Pokemon, so that's cool. Poliwag is adorable. Immediately A tier for me.
I can agree on Poliwag and its evolution. Poliwrath feels like it shouldn't be A tier. It should be low B because it just.
Yeah, I love Politoed a lot more than I like Poliwrath.
I think Poliwhirl and Politoed and Poliwhirl are A tier, just below the Gigantamax and Persian for me, but above all the others.
Okay.
Poliwrath,
I would.
I'm gonna put it very low, bottom of the list, B tier.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay. I love the Kadabra line, but I hate Abra specifically because trying to catch one is like trying to find gold dust.
ah, you've never played Majora's Mask before, have you?
I am putting Abra straight at the bottom of D tier just for pissing me off.
I'm putting Abra in the bottom of C tier because it's good as an HMTM slave.
Kadabra, I would say, is like solid B tier, like maybe just after Charizard,
Charizard, why?
just regular Charizard.
Yeah, I can go for that. Mega Alakazam, I'm going straight to put straight into F tier. I don't think I need to explain my reasoning to you, AJ.
I like that. Wait. Oh yeah, this is another case of I've used it against him and now he hates it. There's quite a few Pokemon that are gonna fall in that category, I think. Um.
Now, regular Alakazam, I'm putting straight into A. My only
I would
issue
say,
with it is that it's a trade Evo.
yeah, that is kind of a drawback. You don't really get to experience the Pokemon unless you're playing Sword and Shield, which is pretty cool.
I'm banned from Nintendo servers.
Wait, why?
I modded my Switch so I could play my hacked games and stuff like Switch. There's certain games that are on Switch that have mods that make them better, like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. I went into YouTube on that same firmware, which is a custom firmware that lets me basically stream my Switch onto my PC. I got banned from Nintendo servers because I forgot, oh wait, I'm not on official software and I'm going onto an official product. I went into YouTube and custom firmware and I got banned.
Wow. I don't know what to say to that.
I'm gonna cut myself some slack. I was far younger and far more stupid, and I did not know much. What will GF's quirk be in MHA? I think her quirk is. I think she's gonna be quirkless, actually. If I'm gonna make this BFGF FNF story work, I think I'm gonna have her be quirkless. Can I be
I have to
mod?
stretch. This chair is fucking killing my back. I have to get a new one soon. Machop, I would honestly say, is one of the things that got me through Heart Gold as well. I'd probably lump it in directly next to Firo, probably the entire Machamp line.
Uh, I have some stronger than normal opinions about Gigantamax Machamp, but that's only because of Showdown and not because of you, so I will explain it. But for everything else, I do agree on that.
So I can put Machop next to Firo.
Machop and the rest of its line, apart from the G-Max, yeah.
Sure, that's fair.
No, the G-Max. In the other days when I was playing Pokemon Showdown on my own in random battles and I got against the G-Max like that, I would get fucking annihilated. And I don't know what move they kept using, because it just didn't want to show me for what reason until eventually I had to reset. But eventually I did find out, and it was its G-Max move that just fucking killed me.
Yeah, so Gmax Chi Strike allows it to always hit critical hits. Or no, it raises the critical hit chance, and that is a very busted ability to have. I'd say I'd put it like low C tier.
You can put it wherever you want. I'm putting it straight into low D tier, simply because of how much it pisses me off.
Alright, Bellsprout immediately in F tier. I hate the Bellsprout line's design.
The only one I'm keeping is its second evolution and its final evolution and above D tier, simply because, haha, funny fleshlight joke.
I'm gonna keep them all in F tier just on the sole basis that they're terrible to use design wise. I hate them. There's nothing good I can say about these Pokemon. And this is like not one of those ones where I hate it in game but like it in the anime, because in the anime as well it's just as annoying.
Oh yeah, Bellsprout. I don't know if you've been had this brought to your attention before, but he's constantly pogging.
Really.
You can't unsee it now, can you?
I can't. I hate you for it. Um
In her being a demon in the story because the FNAF game, her parents are demons. I think I'm just gonna have her be a regular person because we know that her parents in FNF are demons, but at the same time, why the fuck would I bring demons into My Hero Academia? I never understood the whole demon god or god Deku. Like, this is a story about heroes and villains. Where the fuck did this belief of God come in from?
I just don't do like God tier or OP quirk Dekus just because I find them to be bland. I've made it very clear on my stance on these ones. Um Tentacle and Tentacruel. I could see them literally anywhere except for B tier above.
Uh, Tentacruel's a very viable Pokemon, so I could say very high C tier. But
I'd put
Tentacool, I'd have low C tier.
okay, Tentacruel I'd put like between Metapod and Oddish, and then Tentacle I'd put like before Alolan Meowth.
I'm putting Tentacruel at the very top of C list. Like, it's the Tentacruel's the evolution, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah, I'm
just
having it
don't
at
like
the top of C, and I'm having its pre-evo at the bottom of C.
I just don't really find it that interesting, but like it's got redeeming qualities. It's not terrible. I wish they did something more with it, like give it a regional form or an evolution.
Well, 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 if it isn't the radical red Nuzlocke killer itself, the Galarian Geodude.
That's Alolan.
Oh, Alolan, whatever. I am. Ooh, that. I've got some fucking strong opinions on that one.
I'm just gonna put all of the golems in fucking F tier because I despise every last one of their designs. They're bland, they're boring, they're bullshit. They're just awful Pokemon.
I can agree with that.
Now, I'm sorry, Galarian, Ponyta, and Rapidash immediately S tier for me. I love their design.
The Rapidash I'll agree on, but the Ponyta I'll settle for high A.
I can agree with that. But like, I'm sorry, the design on both of them is fucking gorgeous. I love every aspect of their design, and I wish that they made more Pokemon like this. Regular Rapidash and Ponyta, I'm just kind of meh on. I'd put them in like C tier.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe like above Ivysaur. Well, here's some more Pokemon I've swept your team with.
F.
Slowbro.
F for this entire fucking.
Regular Slowbro, I am not a fan. Like, I'd say low D tier.
Yeah, you can put them in wherever you want. I'm putting the entire fucking family tree in F.
Mega Slowbro is immediately F. It is terribly designed. Galarian Slowbro is cool. I love his line. I'd
Yeah, I
probably put him
wonder
like,
why you love it, Mr. Side Shell or Shell Arm Bash.
bro, just because I beat you does not mean that I am the fucking problem. Get good. That is the answer I will give you. Magnemite, Magneton, they're good. I'd say like solid A tier. What do you think?
Yeah, I could put it in A tier.
I'd probably put them like just above Clefable for me, or I guess above Nidoqueen would work.
I'm putting it low A tier.
Regular Farfetch'd immediately in F tier. It is so bland, so boring. I could care less. You know, I'm going to put both forms of Farfetch'd here.
I agree on
I'm
that.
I'm not feeling either of them.
Also, check Dix. Just check Discord real quick.
Oh no, I can't right now because otherwise that fucks up one of our streams, and I'm not fucking up mine. Might fuck up the stream. Shit.
Oh, there we go. You didn't fuck up the stream. They can still see you. It's just that your camera is now vertical instead of the horizontal that they were seeing before.
Yeah, I'll fix that. Don't worry. There we
There
go.
you go.
That should fix it. Doduo and Dodrio, I have forgotten they even existed because they haven't been in like the past 4 Pokemon games.
F tier.
Yes, solely on the fact that I don't really have much to say about them. Seal is cute. Seal can go in B tier. Like, low B tier, but like, still B tier.
Dugong is an A tier Pokemon, and I do not care for what you say. I'm putting it just behind Fearow.
I would say I wouldn't put it that high. I'd probably put it like at the very bottom of A tier for me. I wish they'd give him like either a regional form or an evolution because his stat total is kind of shit.
Look, I played Nuzlocke with that bastard, and he fucking carried me in the Elite Four.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad Pokemon. I'm just saying for me personally, he's not really doing much.
That's fair. The Grimer line immediately goes into a fucking F tier for me, solely because of the cum joke.
Bro, I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you. All these mucks go up to solid B tier Pokemon for me. Like, they're all about the same for me. I love all of them about as much as someone can, but they're just funny. Shelder I'm okay with. Shelder's like C tier. Just like a little bit above Ekans, but me and Cloyster have history.
All
Fuck.
these mucks go up to
Gilding.
solid B tier Pokemon for me.
I think I can tell that considering the one time I did a fucking Pokemon Showdown battle with you, you broke. Oh, I forgot to fucking check your pop-out chat. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Cedric Ariel, hello. I love cats. Hello, I'm so sorry.
My stream, my poor streamers. I'm sorry, I'm not able to check my chat.
Oh my god. I fucked up bad. No!
You're good. The Gengar line is all in A tier for me. With Mega Gengar possibly being S tier.
Ghastly I put in F tier. Haunter I put in C tier, just above Psyduck. Mega Gengar I agree on S tier. Gmax and Mega I put in S tier. And regular Gengar is an S tier as well, but only low S tier.
I'm just gonna stick with my guts on this one because I've got very drastically different opinions. Why is Ghastly the F tier one of them?
I could think of so many reasons, but I'll just come up with one that I think you can understand. Pokemon Arceus, or Pokemon Legends Arceus. That bastard has knocked me into rivers I couldn't get out of more times than I care to count. I haven't even completed the game yet, and he's still the biggest menace to society I know, apart from Paris and its evolution.
Yeah, I think for like regular Paris and Parasect, I'd just put them in F tier. But for Paris and Parasect, specifically from Legends Arceus, they're going to burn in hell. Onyx, there's certain Pokemon that are just iconic. You can't really put them too low down, and I'd put him like low.
I agree on that, but Onyx is not a good Pokemon. Its design is meh. It looks like anal beads shaped out of fucking rocks gain sentience. Its defense is fantastic, I'll give you that. But at the same time, what the fuck? Its attack stat is literally one of the worst possible.
When its attack step is equal to
Oh,
hit
give me a
level.
second. Something's going on with my audio for some reason. I do not know why. Ugh. Alright, speak now.
Hello?
That's better. Now I can hear you. My audio just decided to fucking die. And I love cats. Pikachu, we put in C.
Yeah. You can't really put him in D or F tier. He's the mascot of Pokemon.
Which is severely overused, and I fucking hate because of that, but whatever. I'll swallow my
Put
pride.
Charizard in like A to B tier. We cannot say much about that shit.
Yeah.
Drowsy and Hypno, they're burning in hell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know a single damn person in this universe that likes Hypno.
Yeah, Hypno and its evolution all go in F tier for me.
Yeah. Krabby and Kingler, I think they're like B or like high C tier.
Krabby for me is fairly high C tier, like mid. It's Kingler's G-Max is S tier for me. That design I can never get over. I love it. But Kingler itself is like high B, a low A.
I'd say Kingler is like bottom of B tier, like just after Onix for me, and then Krabby's like just before Pikachu and Meowth.
Why are you sad? I love cats.
I think she likes Pikachu.
Aw.
Voltorb and Electrode regular, I have no opinions on. These are just like Pokemon that exist. I'd put them in D tier.
I put them in bottom of D tier, yeah. Now, for this line, everything except for the Alolan is going straight into F.
I 100% disagree. I'd actually put them in like solid A tier for me personally. I get that they're not everyone's favorite. I get that Gen 1 had some very questionable psychic type designs for the most part. But like I think all three forms are probably some of my favorite psychic types from Gen 1.
Now,
Or
I understand that you have a different opinion, but at the same time, shut the fuck up, AJ.
what?
I have to speak my goddamn mind on this. I hate Executor so much. It's a fucking shame that its evolution is a tree, and it doesn't even grow as tall as a tree should. It looks less like a tree, and it looks more like a short, stubby dick with two different faces on it.
Okay, it's not that bad. I get that we have different opinions on this one. That's all I can really say for this. But like, I love Executor line. He looks so cool, especially the Alolan form. He's pretty sick.
The pre-evolution is what gives me the most fucking issues. Have you even smelled rancid egg before?
They're not actual eggs. They're tree seeds. God damn it! Show them some damn respect and call them what they are.
Look, I'll call them tree seeds when Horikoshi kills Bakugo off.
He just did!
No, I mean permanently.
Oh, well, fuck that. Yeah.
What's wrong with
Cubone...
Cloyster? Well, for AJ, skill link is the issue for AJ when it comes to Cloyster. For me, I just hate how it looks like a vagina. You can see the clit.
I have PTSD from fucking Cloyster. That thing is a fucking menace. It should not be that strong.
Marowak
Cubone...
line is high A for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'd say I'd put the Alolan form above the regular form, maybe like just at the top of A tier.
I agree on that, like 100%. Alolan Marowak is godly when it comes to design terms, because it's based on a real life thing where people typically grab a large tiki stick, I believe it is, light both ends on fire, and do a ritual dance with it to appease what I believe was the sun god. And it's so
yeah.
cool to watch.
Okay, I have one fucking question. Why is there a thumb on my screen? Fuck you, Hitmonlee. F tier. Hitmonlee looks like a goddamn thumb with legs.
Okay, I can agree on that, but Hitmonchamp, the boxing bastard, straight S. Okay, I refuse to put him any lower.
I'll put him in A tier. I'm not putting him in S. The Hitmons are some of my least favorite fighting types. I'm going to be honest. Hitmonchan is the only exception to that rule.
I'm gonna be completely honest. It used to be high A, but it went straight to S when I saw the Markiplier Smasher Pass video.
Okay, what? He didn't actually. Did he actually make that video?
He made a Smasher Pass on all Pokemon of Gen 8.
Oh, so many. I got so much to say about that, but I'm not going to do that. Okay.
No, speak your fucking mind. We've got plenty of time.
There is not a single fucking Pokemon you should want to smash or pass. They're animals, they're objects, or they're people-like. And even that, they're mostly animal-ish. There is no fucking Pokemon that I would ever decide, yeah, fuck that. Because fuck this. The only exception to that rule is likely to be Ditto, who I could get to look like fucking Mila Kunis. I think I would be more disturbed by the fact that his eyes and mouth would basically look like a fucking pedophile. There is no other way to describe this.
Oh, that's comedy gold. There's nothing better than hearing a person angry rant about something like that. Oh.
Lickitung. I honestly have no problems with Lickitung. It gets a lot of hate that I understand why it gets it, but like I've used it and it's helped me get through several playthroughs. So
I'd put
say
it in
like,
low D, but I won't put it in F.
I'll put it in like low C tier because it's helped me through too much to really put it any lower.
Ooh. I'm just
Coughing
gonna
and
go ahead and put the low Galarian Coughing in straight high A. That ability is busted to hell and back.
Yeah. I'd say like the regular Weezings though, the only thing holding them up for me is the fucking anime, which just barely fits them into C tier for me.
So both forms pardon me, sorry. Galarian high A, normal very bottom of C.
Yeah. Rhyhorn's cool. He's alright. I would just put him next to the Weezing though.
I put him in mid C alongside his evolution. I don't have any issues with him, but I don't really like him either.
Yeah. Chansey. I've got a lot of Pokemon on this list that I've offended you with.
I'm gonna absorb the salt, be rational with this one. Chansey, solely for the strats that it can bring to the table, goes to S, okay? I'm gonna be rational with this one, but the salt in my head is still saying, fuck you, AJ.
Tangela is F tier. What the fuck? Like, what is this?
Tangela is the mess that happens when you let the sock drawer get too dirty.
Okay, now, the next one is another hot take, man. Regular Kangaskhan, it's a solid C tier. It's like above Psyduck for me. Mega Kangaskhan can rot in the fucking deepest pits of damn near hell. Because, my god, trying to play Gen 6 competitive without this Pokemon was an ass ache.
An ass ache?
Yes. This motherfucker showed up everywhere you went in fucking competitive Gen 6. It would be there with Fake Out. It would have Power Up Punch, Knockoff, fucking Earthquake at times. This bitch hit you with 2 times both of those attacks. And then whenever Gen 6 came around, or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, they nerfed it slightly by making it 1.5 times damage. But even then, it was still over in power. The only thing that saved me in this thing is the fact that it didn't get stabbed for 3 moves it used. So it was just a thing of, it got the Fake Out, which always pissed me off. It got the fucking Power Up Punch, and that would help it out quite a bit. But it was still fucking broken. I hate this Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna summon this up by straight into F tier.
I just put it in Burning Hell.
Okay.
Horsey, Seadra, they're like A tier.
Yeah, Horsey, Seadra, and Kingdra are A tier. Kingdra, especially, I feel like, is low S tier.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd say I'd put like Horsey and Seadra like above the Magneton line.
I just put them at the top of A tier.
Okay, Goldeen Seeking, they're F tier. There's nothing with these Pokemon.
Bottom
Like,
of F. Like,
they're literally
the
just.
only saving grace for Staryu and Starmie is recovery, and even then, F tier for me. Like, bottom of it.
I put them in low D tier just because of the anime.
Even with the anime, I put them straight into F tier. Like, that's
I'll
how
put
much
them
I dislike them.
high F tier, low D tier.
Yeah, I'll settle for that.
I'm sorry, regular Mr. Mime, you're another one that's going in the fucking. I'm actually no, I'm gonna create a pedophile category.
I'm just trying to keep it as, alphabetically orderly as possible. So I only created fuck the Clefairy line because fuck the Clefairy line. You're just going over here creating whole new categories, like burn in hell and pedophile.
I'm sorry, but when you literally have, I have no words to describe. Yeah, so these three are going in the pedophile category because that's what they are. Mr. Mime Ice type though is cool. He goes in C tier.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
I'd probably put him like top of C tier for me.
I'd put him mid C tier. Scyther line is straight A tier. Bottom of A, maybe.
I think Scyther's evolutions go into S tier for me, but Scyther itself is A tier.
Absolutely.
Jinx.
Jinx, straight into F tier, not touching that with a 50,000 foot tall pole.
I think Gen 1 just sucked at making psychic types. Aside from Alakazam, there were a lot of shitty designs.
I'm more focusing on the, as you told me the other day, racial part of it.
Well, there is that too, but it's still a shitty design. Electabuzz is like a solid B tier. I'd probably put him above Charizard and between.
I'd say I pair him up right next to Raichu, like normal Raichu, B tier.
Yeah, that's fair. Magmar is ugly as sin. That is an immediate F tier.
Mega Paris goes straight into F tier as well. That design is god awful.
I would hate it more if it didn't help sweep an entire team of Snivies. So, or no, was it Snivy or was it you?
It was both of ours.
So it goes up to C tier. And it
Pinsir
goes
and Pinsir and its Mega Evolution go into F tier. I don't need to explain because I already did explain.
Pinsir's both go up in C tier for me. Tauros, I wish they'd give Tauros something.
Tauros deserves better.
I'm gonna put it in B tier just to give it some sort of attention and show it that it deserves love.
Hello, Dadzawa Hale in Bloodstone's chat. Blood, did you see my newest Warfare vid? I don't think he did see any of your videos. I love cats. Tauros, I'm gonna put straight into.
I put him in B tier because he just deserves to be in B tier with how much he's been shafted by fucking.
Yeah,
Nintendo.
I'm putting it right. I'm putting it right in front of Primate.
I would say Magikarp just gets into B tier because of the memes.
Magikarp for me is straight F, even not even for the memes. Gyarados straight S. I don't even need to explain that.
I'm sorry, Gyarados yesterday was some insane shit that I did not expect.
Do you now realize why I keep saying there's a reason why Gyarados is in every single Nuzlocke's team?
Mega Gyarados is F tier though. What the fuck?
They shafted him. He should have been Water Dragon and not Water Dark.
I could give two shits less about the typing if they didn't ruin his design. They gave him a larger fin and a fatter body.
Okay, I just gotta get this out of the way because it just came to me. I have an irrational fear for terrestrializing because if there is a normal type terrestrializing Shedinja, we're all fucked.
Oh really? You just have to have a fighting type.
Normal Ghost.
No, it doesn't work that way. Whenever you terrestrialize, you become monotype. Just one type.
Oh, monotype.
If it becomes an electric type Shedinja with air balloon, then we're fucked.
Oh, no. I was worried because I saw Wolfie VGC's video from 3 months ago before they even announced terrestrializing, where he put on a picture of normal type terrestrialized cover over fucking Shedinja with typing normal ghost and the words underneath, "Where is your god now?"
I'm sorry. Here's the issue. Shedinja is a great Pokemon, but I am scared of it whenever it comes to Gen 9. I hope they don't add it to the Pokedex.
I was
As much as
tempted
I
to
hate
add Shedinja to my fucking National X AG team when it came to my bug team yesterday, but then I decided, no, I'm not gonna be toxic.
No, I would have just annihilated it anyway. That doesn't matter. My problem with
Lapras
Gen
goes straight to A to me.
yeah. Lapras goes to A. Lapras Gmax goes to S. I'm sorry, it is beautifully designed. I cannot fault it.
Have you heard of the tale of the boy who basically replenished the Lapras?
No.
Okay, so in older Gen decks, it was stated that Lapras were very few and going near extinction because of hunting. There was a child on Reddit who specifically stated that every time he got a Pokemon game and he got a Lapras and a Ditto, he would breed them and release them to refill the wild. Later on in Pokemon Gen decks, that text of it being gone is almost gone is still there, but then it says, "Thankfully, they have been returned to the wild by an anomalous breeder."
It's actually pretty sick. One of the few
That's
times
one of the main reasons it goes to A to me. Just the story of how it went from near extinction to one person being like, I like this Pokemon, so I'm gonna continuously try and bring it back, and succeeding.
Yeah. Ditto is A tier, like very top of A tier.
I say it's straight bottom S. Like, you can't
Yeah.
fault Ditto. It's literally all Pokemon in one. Same for Mew, actually.
Yeah. Okay, now we're getting to the interesting part. Evolutions.
Did you know that in
Eevee?
terms of Pokemon and human compatibility, Vaporeon is the most cool?
I would say Eevee is like solid C tier. I'm gonna put him like in the mix with Pikachu and Meowth. His Gigantamax is D tier. Nothing to say about the fluffy color. That is literally all that changes.
Why is fucking Arcticuno in front of Vaporeon?
You might have moved it on accident.
Uh,
Vaporeon is my second favorite evolution of all time.
Look,
So it's
solely so I
it,
don't get called a furry like fucking Jacob from Alpharad did when he made his tier list, I'm putting it in F.
I'm putting Vaporeon in S tier, and I'm putting Flareon in S tier too. Those are my two favorite evolutions.
I'll put Flareon in S, and I'll put Jolteon in S as well. I love both of them. Have you seen Jane Animation's Nuzlocke where she named her Jolteon Milk?
Yeah. Jolteon is like low D tier for me, and there's a reason for that.
I'll hear you
I
out
don't
on
know.
that before I start getting angry.
I don't know what it is about Jolteon that whenever someone else uses it, it sweeps my goddamn team. But I use it, suddenly it gets one shot by a critical hit. Fuck this Pokemon.
It just sounds to me like you had bad Jolteon luck.
Do you really want to go down that fucking rabbit hole? I can bring up some stories for the chat.
uh,
Whenever you laugh, you go fucking quiet because Discord likes to mute you.
Discord can't even handle my laugh.
Porygon. Okay, this is gonna sound fucked up as hell, but I find it absolutely hilarious that Porygon is the only Pokemon to have its episode banned because it gave children seizures for some reason.
That was actually fake, by the way. The only reason it actually gave anyone seizures is because they were already having seizures from the flashing lights. The flashing lights didn't really give people without epilepsy seizures. They tested it again. Yes, they actually did that. And the second time, it did not happen.
Yeah, Porygon is like high A tier for me. I find it hilarious, but I also love the Pokemon's design.
I agree on that. Also, I Love Cats says, I am an autistic Neko furry. Yeah, good information. Please don't touch me with a 5 billion foot pole. Like, I got nothing against furries, but like,
I mean,
I don't, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna not comment on that. Did I see your newest one for Apocalypse confirmed? Ammonite and Amistar, they're Lord Helix. They have to go into A tier. It may be heresy.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll put them in low A tier, though.
It may be heresy to not put them into S tier, but I'm sorry. I just There's one thing that keeps me from it, and it's the fact that this Cthulhu motherfucker has swept me 3 different times, and that kind of hurt.
Kabuto is going straight into F, but Kabutops going straight into A.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Aerodactyl. So
F for all of it.
Yeah, prior to you and Snivy and a bunch of others, me, Kiwi, King, we did a whole bunch of other Pokemon tournaments. We also did a lot of random battles where we discovered that Aerodactyl is complete bullshit. It has been single-handedly one of the most broken Pokemon on our teams, to where we actually have banned it in competitive uses whenever we do team building at times.
I'm thinking we split this stream up into like different parts, because I'm just now realizing we've been live for an hour and 20 minutes, and I have nothing that I wanted to get done today done.
Yeah, that works. I can end the stream early if you want.
Yeah, so we'll go about this again on Wednesday, since you said you got nothing Wednesday.
Sure, we'll just finish Gen 1 for now.
Yep.
Because I think Gen 2 is a relatively short Pokedex, so we can probably do Gen 2 and Gen 3 next time.
That sounds good to me.
Alright, so we'll finish this off with Snorlax, Chunky. Both
Snorlax goes straight into A, maybe even S, because it's a super solid Pokemon.
And its Gigantamax goes with it. I'm sorry.
I agree on that. That Gigantamax is fantastic. You know, I'm putting Gigantamax in S.
Yeah, both of it's there.
I'm putting all of the Gen 1 legendaries, even their variants, straight into F. I hate them so much.
Okay, I have very agreeing opinions with you on the birds, but like in regards to Mewtwo and Mew, I cannot agree.
Okay, when it comes to Mewtwo, the Megas go in F, Mewtwo itself does not. I hate the Megas.
Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite are all S tier for me. Actually, no, they're going to go in A.
Dratini, Dragonair go A, Dragonite is going in S.
I don't really. It's not my favorite pseudo, and that's kind of the thing that holds me back from putting it into S tier. Is that I have so many other pseudos I like more than this thing, and so many Pokemon in the S tier are kind of just like Pokemon that I love above all else. I don't really have that same attachment to Dragonite.
Yeah, Mew is going in S tier alongside Mewtwo.
So Dragonite line is up in A tier. Mewtwo is S tier.
And Mew I go in S tier because Mew is basically what Ditto is. Ditto is theorized to be failed Mewtwo.
Yeah, which is a theory I 100% agree with. Mega Mewtwo's on both ends are very weird.
F.
I like Mega Mewtwo Y to an extent, but still not enough to really put it anywhere above D tier.
The legendary birds and the Mewtwo Megas go straight into F. I'm sorry.
Mega Mewtwo X is complete bullshit. I hate it. It's disgusting to look at.
And that completes Gen 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream.